Party is a round-based game made up of 4 different minigames. Points are awarded at the end for each player's combined scores for each minigame. The current minigames available in the party rotation are Photon, Go Down, Beep Test, Heist, Crossfire, and Splat, with the rotation of minigames being announced in the update video before each event. Go Down is a game where the objective is, well, to go down. Players spawn at the top of an arena of randomly generated blocks and must descend through 3 checkpoints while trying to avoid fall damage. If you die, you are returned to your most recent checkpoint. Upon reaching the bottom of the map, players are returned to the top to go down again. Points are rewarded for finishing laps, reaching checkpoints, and as a bonus at the end of the game for the lowest height reached in your current lap. Punching is also enabled with a very small point reward for kills. A point bonus is also awarded for finishing a lap without any deaths, so be careful. Platforms can be found around the map to ease your descent. Standing on green platforms provides boosted health regeneration, red platforms provide weapons, and blue platforms provide other assorted items like potions. Beware, landings that result in your death will give you nothing. Fall damage is also reduced to make things a bit more forgiving. Photon is a Quake-style minigame where players navigate their way through the map and try to eliminate as many opponents as they can. Each player is equipped with a Photon blaster, an auto-reloading crossbow that eliminates other players in one shot. Points are rewarded for kills, with more being rewarded for kill streaks. If you die, don't worry. Respawning is quick and gives a small period of invincibility. However, your enemies respawn quickly too, so make sure you watch your back. Splat is a fast-paced team combat game where players compete to paint the map with their team's color. Players are released into a massive arena of white blocks equipped with a splat gun that fires paintballs that paint any blocks they shoot with their team's color. The splat gun has limited ammo and can be reloaded by sneaking on any blocks of your team's color. In this reloading state, players gain greatly increased movement speed, but are prevented from shooting. Points are awarded at intervals throughout the game based on the percentage of blocks painted by each team. The splat gun can also damage other players, with kills awarding points and fully replenished health. If a player gets a kill streak, points per kill increase, and they are awarded paint bombs as power-ups, a throwable item that paints a large amount of land in your team's color. If killed, you respawn quickly in the center of the map and can use the jump pads to immediately launch back into the action. Beep Test is a parkour-based survival minigame in which players must complete as many levels as they can while staying alive. Players begin on one side of the Beep Test arena. In the center, a parkour course is generated and players must cross to the other side of the arena. After 15 seconds, a new level will be generated and players must parkour back across, with this cycle continuing until the game ends. Each player has 3 lives. Lives are lost if you fall into the center pit or run out of time while attempting a stage. Once players lose all 3 of their lives, they are eliminated. Players can choose between standard and challenge, with challenge levels being much harder but awarding more points for completions. Players are able to swap between the arenas once they have either completed or failed a level. Each arena features 20 levels, which increase in difficulty as the game progresses. Points are awarded for completing levels and as a win bonus if a player survives until the end of the game. Heist is a collection-based minigame where teams enter a pillager-infested map to mine and deposit as many precious blocks as they can in the time limit to earn points. The map is split into 3 layers with higher value blocks but stronger mobs the higher you go. In the center of the map is the deposit area, which you run in to cache your collected blocks. Players are equipped with a pickaxe and a knockback stick to hit mobs or players. Dying will drop 40% of your loot on the ground and respawn you where you started. The total points each team has deposited at the end of the game are split evenly between each player. Player movement speed is reduced the more blocks that you are carrying, and loot blocks will also regenerate a while after they are mined. For the last 30 seconds of the game, overtime activates, where players can no longer mine blocks and have one last chance to run their loot back to the deposit zone. Any undeposited loot will be lost when the timer runs out. Crossfire is a rapid reaction-based movement game where players try to remain on top of disappearing floors. Players are placed on a platform where a floor of sand and orange concrete powder blocks appear periodically. The orange blocks disappear quickly afterwards, leaving magma exposed below, which eliminates players if they fall into it. Players need to jump to safety on each floor to avoid elimination. Over time, the game difficulty increases, which means more disappearing orange powder on each floor and reduced time between the platform appearing and the orange blocks disappearing. Points are earned for out-surviving other players and as a hefty bonus for completing every floor, so make sure you're paying attention.